Hello, we're on to week 4, and so of course that means new discussion questions. So the first question this week is, now that you have learned about the short-term and the long-term memory situation, how does this information impact how you will structure your classroom and your lesson plans when teaching students with learning disorders or LDs? Understanding the differences in short-term and long-term memory helps to tailor teaching strategies to better support students with learning disabilities. This information can be applied in several ways. So we'll start with classroom structure, and the first way would be to have a predictable and organized environment. So with this, just creating a structured, predictable classroom with clear routines. Using visual schedules and calendars to help students anticipate and just know what comes next in their day. And also organizing materials in a consistent manner so that students know where to find their resources. You could also minimize distractions, so arranging the classroom to reduce visual and auditory distractions, and also providing quiet areas for independent works or breaks when needed. And one final thing to help with classroom structure would be having flexible seating arrangements. So with this, it just allows for us to have flexible seating options to accommodate individual needs and preferences. Moving on to the lesson plan adaptations. With this, it's downsizing information. So breaking down information into smaller and more manageable chunks to avoid overwhelming students. And also using graphic organizers and outlines to help students visualize and organize information. Another thing would be multisensory teaching, so incorporating visual, auditory, and kinesthetic activities to engage multiple senses. Using hands-on activities and manipulatives to reinforce learning. A third way would be repetition and review. So providing frequent opportunities for review and repetition to reinforce learning, and also using spaced repetition techniques to help transfer information from short-term to long-term memory. Also having clear and concise instructions, so giving step-by-step instructions and checking for understanding before moving on, and also using simple, clear language and avoid overloading with students with too much information at once. Visual aids and supports are also great, so using charts, diagrams, and other visual aids to support verbal instructions, and also providing written instructions and key points for students to refer back to. Another way would be having technology and assistive tools, so utilizing technology such as text-to-speech and speech-to-text software to support learning, and incorporating apps and tools that help with organization and memory. And finally, also giving regular feedback and positive reinforcement. So providing the regular specific feedback will guide student progress, and using positive reinforcement will build confidence and motivation. And the second question is, what are some ways in which you can build a great rapport with students with an emotional behavior disorder, or EBD, in your classroom? So building a positive relationship with students with EBD is crucial for creating a supportive learning environment. One strategy would be having consistent and fair expectations, so establishing clear, consistent rules and expectations, and being fair and predictable in enforcing rules, ensuring students know what to expect. Another way would be showing empathy and understanding, so listening actively and validating students' feelings and experiences, and also demonstrating empathy by acknowledging their struggles and providing support. Building trust, so being patient and consistent in your interactions, and following through on promises and commitments to build trust over time. Another way would be positive reinforcement, and with this, recognizing and celebrate successes no matter how big or how small, and using positive reinforcement to encourage desired behaviors and building self-esteem. Another way would be individualized support, getting to know each student's individual needs, triggers, and strengths, and developing personalized strategies and supports that cater to their unique challenges. Fostering a safe and inclusive environment, so creating a classroom atmosphere where students feel safe to express themselves and encourage respect, empathy, and inclusion among all students. Another way would be collaborative problem solving, which would involve students in setting goals and creating plans to address behavioral challenges, and also use collaborative problem solving approaches to empower students and give them a sense of control. Two more ways. There's consistent communication, maintaining open lines of communication with students, their families, and other support staff, and regularly checking in with students to monitor their well-being and progress. And the final way is teaching emotional regulation skills. So incorporating social emotional learning, SEL, into your curriculum, and teach and practice skills such as self-regulation, coping strategies, and conflict resolution.